Hello and buenas tardes, friends. This is Melanie here today, not on the usual Monday when I record the videos for the week and post them, but today on a Tuesday. And it's a very special day. It's in the Mayan world, the day out of time, Día Fuera del Tiempo. Why is that so? Because we are tomorrow celebrating, or the Mayan calendar celebrates the Mayan New Year tomorrow. And yesterday was the end of the old Mayan year. So there's a space day. There's sort of a not a leap day, it's more like a empty day. A day between years is typically on July 25th. And why is that so? Because the Mayan calendar goes by 13 moons, and each moon cycle is being calculated as 28 days. So if you have 28 times 13, that's 365. And then the 365th day, which is the extra one, is the day out of time. Pretty cool, right? So we are now coming out of the year of the red self-existing moon. I post an article for the Mayan New Year with a little review of the old Mayan year and also more information about the day out of time below. And yeah, so what is with day out of time? What's the message here? I like this quote by the 13 Moon Calendar Foundation for the Law of Time. It says, time is of the mind. Time is the evolution of consciousness. Time is the universal factor of synchronization. Time is art. So time is not the linear industrial model where time is money, time is scarcity, but time is art. So we can celebrate a different relationship to time altogether and anchor that with today's day out of time. And then what's with the Mayan New Year that starts tomorrow? Typically, as far as I understand, the Mayan calendar as a beginner, every year on July 26th, the Mayan New Year starts. So the last year was from July 26, 2022 until July 24th, 2023, and that was the year of the red self-existing moon. And tomorrow, the new year starts and goes from July 26, 2023 until July 24th, 2024. And that will be the year of the white overtone wizard. I'm quite excited for that one intuitively. There's a lot to the wizard. Let's see what the wizard's invocation is. Again, also details about all of that, more background in the article for the Maya New Year. So here's the invocation for the white overtone wizard. I empower in order to enchant, commanding receptivity. I seal the output of timelessness with the overtone of radiance. I'm guided by the power of spirit. So I don't want to comment too much about that. Actually, not at all. But let it sink in. See how that resonates with you when you read that invocation. One piece I'd like to say regarding the white wizard is the connection with the beginning of the white overtone wizard with Pluto being currently retrograde in Capricorn. And Pluto is about power and magic, and Capricorn is about how do I use something, like how do we use a certain power that we can tap into, that we feel within, that higher power is guiding us. What do we do with it? How do we use it in integrity, with responsibility, or do we abuse it? And if we abuse it, that's kind of like black magic, right? If we use it for selfish purposes, same idea. And if we use it in service, and if we use it in integrity and for the good of all, that is really the White Wizard's mission as well, I would say. So a lot of good stuff coming with the White Wizard. And I'd like to encourage you to invite that energy in the highest vibration and celebrate the Mayan New Year. So what else is going on this week? Let me just go to my little cheat sheet here that I will also post on the Facebook page. There will be a little, lineup of Astro events of the year. Yeah, the one piece that is still going on this week is Mercury entering Virgo. Mercury is in a way also the magician, more like a minor magician. Pluto is more like the major magician, the real power. With Mercury, it's about skills, it's about tricks, it's about formula, it's about knowledge, it's about so working with the tools, right? Especially in Virgo. So Mercury rules Virgo, which is good. So Mercury leaves Leo, where it's been since July 10th, a very short time, only 18 days from July 10th to 28th. This time, a very short time in Leo, adding to all the Leo show drama and radiance as well. But it will enter Virgo just a sec. Okay, so it will enter Virgo and will be there for a real long time because Mercury will go again retrograde. I know you're gonna say, again, I can't believe it was just a Mercury retro. Well, Mercury retro happens 3 times a year for 3 weeks and typically in the same element. So the last one was in Taurus. This one will be in Virgo. And Mercury will be in Virgo for a long time from end of July until July 28th, right? So this Friday until October 4th. August, September, October, like 2.5 months. That is really long for Mercury. And in its own sign, one of its own signs of Virgo, it also rules Gemini. And the retro course will be from August 23rd until September 16th. So there's apparently a lot to learn about how we work with issues, with problems, how we analyze situations and then find good solutions. And also a lot about health, wellness, work, all these things. More to come about Mercury retrograde when we get closer to that, because that's still another month to go, almost, right? 4 weeks. And then what's with Mercury in Virgo in general? Virgo likes practice. Virgo likes to apply itself and also to turn the passion of Leo, the love of Leo, into something that is really useful and that's practical, that helps others, and that is act of service, if you will, right? Or a business or anything that actually can be worked with. And so practice is perfect is one of the terms, one of the mantras I gave to Mercury in Virgo, because Virgo always finds room for improvement and can become a perfectionist, right? Because it easily finds where things are not in alignment, where there's mistakes, where there's faults, and that itself can be self-defeating. So that can also be part of the Mercury retro theme. When we become too perfectionist, when it's still not good enough, not perfect, or we don't feel good enough. And then also reason matters. Mercury in Virgo is so much about reason and really a grounded common sense that is very rational, logical, and doesn't get easily confused or swayed or hypnotized. And that would be the Pisces side, right? From the Virgo side's perspective, right? So it is orderly. It brings order into chaos. It organizes information. That's really helpful. So it will be a wonderful time to get organized, especially since Mars is also still in Virgo, and that will be a intersection or a combination of Mercury and Mars in Virgo until end of August, when Mars goes on the 27th of August into Libra. But for the time being, from the 28th of July on, two planets in Virgo balancing the two planets in Pisces, which is Saturn and Neptune. And you could say Mars approaches an opposition with Neptune, while Mercury, freshly in Virgo, goes into opposition with Saturn. So there's a lot of dynamics going on here between the individual, also can say with Virgo, right? Being in integrity, being in alignment, being clear about what works for you, what doesn't, and minding your own business, basically, is also a Virgo thing. And Pisces side is more about being part of the whole and being and adapting and going with the flow. So also being open and not just like, oh no, I have my schedule, my timeline, I have everything. Is small stuff matters for Virgo, right? Which can also prevent you from being open for so much more that can come your way when you are receptive, right? That's also the piece with the invocation of the white overtone wizard. I command receptivity. It's interesting combination, right? Receptivity, that you could even associate with Saturn in Pisces. Why is receptivity so important? It's really important for magic, right? When you are receptive, you can tap into the magic that wants to come your way, right? Rather than, no, I don't have time, I need to do this and this and this, right? So it's giving lots of pieces can fall into place here, and dots can be connected that way. So yeah, Mercury enters Virgo. So when Mercury moves from Leo to Virgo, like any planet and the Sun as well, this is the Sphinx point. The Sphinx point is the cusp from Leo to Virgo. So this is also where the self, the strong self, the confident self, the very self-loving side, ideally, right, very creative side, becomes aware of him, her, themselves. And yeah, so we become aware of ourselves individually, but also as a society, right? So this is a collective self-awareness can also come in with the Virgo Pisces dynamic, right? So we become aware of what happened. So Mercury retro also will go into the past, into the reviewing of situations where things went well, where things went wrong, and that can be corrected. That's the point of Virgo, right? Correcting course and letting reason be the guidance, while at the same time being open, but also being analyzing, Virgo, right? Analyzing where things became chaotic and we got carried away, we got pulled into something, and so on, right? So there will be an interesting time. I look forward to Mercury going into Virgo. It's been so much Leo right now. We need a little bit of a Virgo balance and at next stage. And what's with the moon and what's with early Leo? So we're now in early Leo since July 22nd in the evening. That's when the sun entered evening Pacific. That's when the sun entered Leo and will be in Leo until August 23rd. This first part of Leo, the first 10 degrees, the first 10 days, have an Aries undertone until July 31st. So the Aries undertone, Aries-Leo combination is a lot about bold, courageous, self-expression, love yourself truly, boldly, step forward, be the first, make a first move, not waiting for others to come your way and pick you up, but actually going forward to what you really love and where you feel the love and where you're feeling creative. And so all of that is a lot about creative self-expression. It's a very playful energy as well, right? So on the cusp from Cancer to Leo, which you still are, is a playful creative energy. It's like a childlike energy, a certain innocence to it, and that's quite endearing and sweet. And so where is the moon now? So the moon moved actually from Libra to Scorpio, which I call the tipping point. It's also an alchemy point. How interesting for the magician, right? From Libra to Scorpio, because Libra is, from the alchemy perspective, there are certain ingredients, there are certain pieces that hopefully go really well together, come into the alchemical cauldron, come together, being fused and being brought together and bring out the magic and bring out more than the sum of its parts. And that is also choices. Libra, right, is about choices, and choices have consequences, says Scorpio. When we choose this or this, you going in, you're diving in, and then a process starts, which is scorpionic. I actually do like the Scorpio moon because it can really help put the finger at things that are usually hidden, covered, repressed, right? We had a really good discussion this morning in the advanced astrology class around certain phases in life and the transits that went along with those. So lots of fantastic processing. And that's also the value of astrology, right? You can see things from a perspective, but also you can then allow yourself with that context and with that frame to feel more deeply and go through a process, right? Especially together with others. Maybe you even have things in common with them, because that's also the law of synchronicity and attraction of like energies which happen in the group. And yeah, and through processing, you can set yourself free. That's then the dynamic from Scorpio to Sagittarius, the Phoenix point. So the moon will be in Scorpio for today, all day today, rest of the day, all day tomorrow, the beginning of the Mayan New Year of the White Overtone Wizard with the moon in Scorpio. And then on the 26th, still in Scorpio until the evening 5:24 p.m. Pacific. And so it is a fabulous time right now to really go into deeper layers of emotions, old stuff, and to purge, right? And to also let things come to the surface, allow things to come forward, and be caring for these things, even what doesn't feel so good at first, and could have been even painful, but it helps us come to the core of things. Pluto is ruled Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and the Pluto now retrograde in Capricorn. So the core of things can have to do with ancestral stuff, can have to do with collective historical stuff that is transpersonal. That's beyond our own personal experience, but we're part of it through the time we're born into. And so all of this is a very valuable way of working with the Scorpio moon. Then the moon goes into Sagittarius on Thursday evening, 5:24 p.m., crosses the Phoenix point. And then through the darkness of Scorpio and the depth of Scorpio, we can come out. It can come to the light. It can also feel freer, right? Or the truth can come out that has been repressed. Sag is so much about the truth and about freedom. So that Sagittarius mood of the moon will be on all day Friday the 28th, which is also when Mercury goes into Virgo, and Saturday until the evening as well, until 8:44 p.m. on Saturday. Then the moon goes over what I call the integrity point from Sag to Capricorn, and will be in Capricorn all day Saturday, all day, all day Sunday, and Monday also until the evening. And so Capricorn moon always has also a bit of a bad rap, just reputation, just as the Scorpio moon. But again, it's just a matter of how we work with it. It's not the easiest moon position, but it is a lunar position that makes one very mature and feel very responsible, or very much saying no to things that don't work for you. Been that, done that, right? Again, maturity, experience. And that can help us be in integrity, right? Saturn rules Capricorn. So that Capricorn mode can help us get to work and use our time and energy for the best purpose, highest purpose. And then the moon goes into Aquarius, where the full moon, the super moon, will be the Lammas full moon, super moon on August 1st at 11:32 a.m. So the full moon night is the 31st to the 1st, but also the 1st to the 2nd, still full moon evening. But typically, when the full moon builds up, in this case, the days before, and especially 31st to 1st, that's the strongest energy for a full moon, especially super moon. So it's the second super moon of 4 in a row. The first one was the July 3rd one. The next one will be the blue moon, so there will be a second full moon in August, also blue super moon on August 30th in early Pisces, early Virgo. And then the last super moon will be the harvest moon and super moon on September 29th. And that will be in Aries and Libra. So a little bit ahead of the time here now, right? I'm a bit ahead. But the full moon that's coming up on the 1st, powerful, right in the center of Aquarius, Leo. So it's a lot about community and versus, or rather and, right? Community and individual. So everybody is seen and is loved, and we're all in a community. So this is also can bring out lots of drama, can bring out also our position in society, which is Aquarius, and in any system. And it can bring out systemic changes that are coming, are on the horizon via Pluto, going back and then fully into Aquarius. So lots of societal stuff. I don't quite know yet what I will, the motto I'll give to the full moon. Waiting to be inspired for that. Then, yeah, so that's it for the week. This is the early Leo and Mayan New Year week. And I wish you well for all of this. So much going on. Life is exciting. Enjoy summer where you are, and happy Mayan New Year. Bye.